Okay, Shalom. I want to start giving all praises due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Respect and charity to all you musicians, which is the Hebrew word nasak, okay, which I'm going to go over that, okay, that's around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth, the real doctrine, the real truth, okay, which is Yahweh Shai's word, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai's word, okay. So when I always say to the musicians, I am talking about the elect out of Israel that's singing God's song, that's playing the Most High Yahweh's instrument in his orchestra. And Yahweh is the conductor, okay? So the name of this topic is what? It's the song of the righteous and the song of the wicked, okay? The song of the righteous and the song of the wicked. Now, the song of the wicked, okay, is concerning the things of the world, okay, the philosophy of the world, okay, and their doctrine and their tune and their frequency and their vibration that they're pushing abroad, okay, in the four corners of the world. Now, one of the things I want to go into is this RFID chip, okay, and I'm going to play this for you.
I mean, whoa, hold on a second there, Linus. Let's just back off. I mean, whoa. Taken out of your home so you know if it's been stolen, to flowing through your bloodstream to monitor the state of your health. I mean, whoa, hold on a second there, Linus. Eggs replacing barcodes on everything.
Now, to the point, I'm not going, you can see this, look this up for yourself. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to play this part that touched me. And I know some of you heard it before, but hear it again.
You purchase, so you can just walk out of the store with all your new stuff, and an RFID scanner will read your tags and credit.
So convenient, so elegant, so smooth, okay? You know, no worries, worry-free, okay? Just go smooth, okay?
Card to automatically bill you. No checkout lines required. Mind blown again, right? I mean, there's even a number of projects around Smart Dust, RFID transmitters about a cubic millimeter
Smart Dust. This is what touched me.
in size that could do everything from analyze traffic patterns after being mixed into asphalt to keeping tabs on your stuff whenever it's taken out of your home so you know if it's been stolen, to flowing through your bloodstream to monitor the state of your health.
Flowing through your bloodstream to monitor the state of your health, okay? Flowing through your bloodstream to monitor the state of your health. Who wouldn't want that? So they say, right? And that's the vibration that they're pushing. That vibration right there is the vibration to make you feel, to make you think. That's so convenient for mama. That's so convenient for grandpa who got the high blood pressure. That may be so convenient for me too. All right? This is to help me, man. This is good. Okay, but you see, like the Most High says that even with tattoos, he don't want you to be branded. Okay, some people say you could get branded. I mean, this whole damn thing right now is like it's like a kitty city. Brothers make up things that as they go along because they want to do those things to benefit them. Now I know as we go, time increase. We may learn things that we didn't know before. I understand that, but things that's like from the old way, that's righteous, like putting tattoos on your body. Why would you want to put ink on your body when you have hepatitis B and C that goes into your bloodstream? Okay, that could get you sick, even if they clean it out. Okay, who wants to take that risk? But these are the things, and these are the vibrations, and these are the songs of the wicked that's being pushed out for you to hear that song and hear that tune and play along with it. That is the song of the wicked. Okay, that is a convenient song. That is song is to be like, oh, it's so good for us to take these chips, this RFID chip, because it's health and medical. Who doesn't want that? And any fool that doesn't get that, they don't love their parent. They don't love themselves. That's how smooth it is. That's how smooth he is. He is smooth as butter. All right, smooth as butter. Talking about gift of gab, boy. This nigga got the gift of gab. Esau has the gift of gab. Okay? That the wicked have the gift of gab, of lies. That's why it's called the song of the wicked. Okay, because that's what they're pushing. Okay? That's what they're pushing. So now, the musicians, okay, let's go to that. The musicians, which mean bright ones, we have to counteract that. Okay? Because the masses is listening to the song of the wicked. Now, the first one I want to go to is, I want to give you the understanding of the musicians. I had it before. Okay, let's go to Psalm 4:1. Okay. To the musicians. Okay. Now let's look at that, because that's my word. Because we are the musicians, not sock.
Strong's H 5329. Not sack. Not sack.
And what does it mean? To excel, be bright. Okay? So that's the elect. Okay? That's the bright ones. Be permanent. Be perpetual. Be overseers. Be enduring. Okay? And we are that too. We being enduring while we in this corrupted world, dealing around the masses of the people running into folly and wickedness. Okay? And all the songs that we hear is the songs of the wicked, which is the songs of the terrible branch as well. Go ahead. Same thing. Okay? That terrible branch. Okay? So that's what the musician is. Read it again. It's not sock. Okay? And it's to excel. We are excelling because we pushing this word, okay, and we're under the vibration of Yahweh to counteract the wickedness, to counteract when they say it's the good, the bad is good. Okay? And the bad is not good. The good is these laws, statutes, and commandments, which counteracts the things of the wicked, the things that they're pushing. Okay? To hopefully to wake up the musicians, now sock, the bright ones, also known as the elect, okay, to come out of this folly, which is of America, where our people are scattered abroad, which is one system together. Okay, they all are together. Okay? But the chief wicked place that everybody's running into is America, is because America is the place of the dirty, the filthy of filthiness. Okay? And Babylon, the spiritual, which is spiritual Babylon, which is spiritual Egypt, which goes hand in hand with which is Rome, okay? But the whole thing, the point is, it's wicked, okay? You don't want to embrace either one of them. You don't want to embrace either one of them because they're all wicked. But the forerunner leader that everybody want to check out is that filthy ass whore, America, which is her counter sisters, which is one thing, which is the Babylon, which is I'm sorry, not Babylon, which is Rome and the Vatican, Washington D.C., which is their military might. We got that, but the whole thing is wicked. They're all part of a system, that one system. Okay, so you want to put emphasis on it, then you go ahead and put emphasis on it. That's you. But the whole thing is wicked as a whole. Ain't nothing good about either one of them. But everybody's following America because America is the forerunner, the whore of whores, the slut of sluts. Okay? So we are to excel, to be bright. Okay? And that's the chief, that's the musicians, that's us, that's playing in God's orchestra. And the Most High himself is the conductor. So that's what I say to musicians. I'm not using the elect no more. I'm using the musicians, which is the elect. I just like the musicians better, which is the Hebrew word nasak. Now, let's get into some scriptures. Now, what are we doing to counteract that? Now, the first video I showed you, and there's many other videos, is about the chip and the benefits that the chip brings. Now, if the musicians, which is the elect, which is the Hebrew word nasak, okay, if they sit back and did nothing, the masses of the people will run into that, and they wouldn't have anybody to show them, no, wait, man, hold on, slow down. Let's take a look at that again. Just because everything that sounds good don't mean that it's good. And everything that look good doesn't mean that it's good. You have to do research, okay? You have to be spiritual to dissect cardinal things, okay? And that's what the musicians do. They say, oh, wait a minute. That song sounds good, but wait a minute. Let me listen to what that song is saying. Then when you take heed and you really listen to that song, you see that song is saying all types of demonic stuff. That song might be singing there, worship Satan, okay? Follow Satan and his demons, or whatever like that. And you nodding your head to that shit, okay? Meanwhile, you opening your portal in your mind and your conscience to the song of the wicked. Because the beat sound good, but the words is chanting and evil, okay? So what would you do without the musicians? What would you do without the Lord showing favor to you by putting the musicians out there and playing that instrument so that, Lord willing, if you're part of that fold of the musician to be in that orchestra, that band, you'll be woken up. You will know not to take that chip. All right? Now let's go with, I'm going to go with, the first scripture I want to go with is, let's go to John 15. Let's go to John 15. And let's start at 2. And pay attention. Every branch in me that bear not fruit, he take away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purge it, that it may bring forth more fruit. Now you are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Okay? Abide in me, and I in you, as the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can you except you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. Now, this is in red, so this is the Mashiach speaking, Yahweh. And he says, I am the vine and you are the branches. So we're doing the same thing as he's doing. We're preaching the same work on the four corners of the earth to wake up the musicians to be part of this great masterpiece, which is this song, which is this gospel of truth in the Most High's orchestra, playing the song of the righteous. And the one that's going to come up on a board to comprehend that song and their conscience and their mind is the musicians, which you call the elect. And they're going to play the same tune, and it's going to be on the same vibration and the same frequency, going hand in hand to counteract that song of the wicked. Which song is that singing of the wicked? Take the RFID chip, rape, murder, okay? So you have to counteract that with a positive song. Read it again. And it says, I'm in 5, I said, I am the vine, you are the branches, meaning we are part of that vine, okay? Because we follow the Mashiach. Wherever he go, we're doing the same thing. We're playing that tune, that song. And it says, the same bring forth much fruit, for without me you can do nothing. That's right. Without us, we wouldn't even know the notes of that song. Without him, which is who's him, which is our Savior, Mashiach, we wouldn't even know the songs. You need the notes to be able to play that song, okay? So you need the chief musician. The chief cornerstone is the Mashiach, and he playing that song, okay? He giving us the notes to follow, because we wouldn't know that song to play without him. Now he gave us the blueprint of that song, and he gave us the blueprint to how to make it in a world full of righteous, barbarous, heathenistic, Hellenism, because a lot of our people is Hellenized, wicked songs. Okay? And those songs are not the gospel of truth. It's not the branch of righteousness. Okay? It's the branch of the terrible ones, the branch of the wicked, the song of the wicked. And what we're doing, our job is playing that tune to wake them up in that spell. Because that song of the wicked is a spell that the masses of the people have on them. So you got to break that spell. And men gather them and cast them into the fires. Read that again. If a man abide not in me, if a man abide not in me. Let's start at 5 again. I'm sorry. Verse 5. I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abide in me, and I in him, the same bring forth much fruit. For without me, you can do nothing. You can't do nothing. You can't even play the song. Okay, you have to be called in this from the beginning of the times. Okay, since back to Genesis. Okay, you had to be ordained for this to be a musician. Any nigga can't just say, "Oh, I'm a musician," and you're in, or "I'm the elect," and in. Okay, you have to be called. And at the end, he'll say, "Y'all doing good. You are my musicians. You got the part." We don't know yet until his coming. So that's why we say, Lord willing, we of that orchestra of the elect. Okay? We're part of it. But we won't know until he comes, until he tells us and he give us those crowns on our head and said, "You did good." But right now, through your faith, you better continue on playing that song, and that song preaching this gospel, the truth. Keep holding your torture state, okay? And it says, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. If you abide in me, and my words abide in you, you shall ask for what you will, and it shall be done unto you. That's faith. And that's truth. And that's the song of the righteous. Okay? That's the song of the righteous. Now, let me give you Baruch. Baruch chapter 4. Baruch chapter 4. Baruch chapter 4, verse 1 and 2. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the Lord that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Read it again. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endure forever, forever, and the Lord that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. But such as leave it shall die. So what is the righteous song? What is the song that the musicians are playing? They're playing the Most High's laws, Mashiach laws, which he says he come in a volume of the book. He is the note. He passed the note to us, which is the prophets, and we pass it to the people. But only the elect or the true musicians are going to come into that fold to be accepted by the Mashiach, to come in that, to play their instrument in the orchestra. Verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Now, this is for the ones that don't know. It says, turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. They're not just talking about a regular man. When they're talking about Jacob, they're talking about the nation of Israel. Okay? God's chosen people. Okay? That's why when you see Jacob, it's not just a regular person's name, like, oh, that's just Jacob, or just him. It's a nation as a whole. When he's saying, turn thee, O Jacob, because Jacob stands for Israel. Okay? Walk in the presence of the light. That's that song. The light is the Mashiach playing that tune, that song, the song of righteousness, to counteract the wicked song that's picking the earth out of course. Because it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? Just paraphrasing it. So if the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, that means the wicked is ruling, right? For a dispensation of time. So the wicked is playing what he likes. And he's playing the wicked songs. Turn thee, O Jacob, or Israel, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou may be illuminated. That thou may be illuminated. Now let's go to Revelations 4:14. Revelations 14:4. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goes. What does that mean? What does that mean? That's the precept to Barak 4:1 and 2. Read it again. These are they which were not defiled with women. Now they're not talking about a regular woman. They're talking about fornication. They're talking about this is talking about not defiled with the things of the earth, spiritual, like the things of the earth. They're not talking about like actually having sex with a woman. This is talking about philosophies. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they were. And let's prove that, because let's prove that. Okay, let's go to become, come into existence, begin to be, receive, being, to become, come to pass, happen, arise, appear in history, to be made finished, of miracles and wrath, preferred, be married. Okay, so let's go back to that. He says, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goes. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High, and to not the Lamb, and to the Most High, and to the Lamb. So these that are they which were not defiled with woman. Okay, and it's not talking about having sex with a regular woman. Okay, these were men that were not defiled with women, meaning were not defiled with their philosophies. Okay, for they were virgins, meaning that they was pure in the Most High eyes. They followed the Most High. They followed the commandments. So that's what that's saying. These are they which follow the Lamb wheresoever he goes. These were redeemed from among men. These were the musicians. These were the elect. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High, unto the Lamb. So that goes with Baruch 4:1 and 2. Okay? And those are the musicians, Nasak, the bright. Now, let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 25. 6. And this is the mountain shall the Lord of hosts make unto all the people. This is Isaiah 25:6. Yup. And it says, and this is the mountain shall the Lord of hosts make unto all the people a feast of fat things, a feast of wines and the lees, of fat things of marrow, of wines and the lees, and the lees well defined, refined. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all the people and the veil that is spread over the nation. Okay? (25:6). Oh, start at 5. 5 is the point. It says, thou shalt bring down the noise of the strangers as the heat of a dry place, even the heat with the shadow of a cloud. The branch of the terrible ones shall be brought low. Okay? So that's the branch of the terrible ones is what? That's that song. Okay? That's the song that I gave introduced to you about the RFID chip, which is convenient, which is okay, which is the art, which is the song that contains manipulation, art, deceiving, lies, okay, contrary to the laws of God, okay? And the only way to counteract that is the song of the righteousness. Now, when I read, and this is spiritual too. I wasn't going to pick this one, but this is good. We're going to read 6 and 7. And 7 is going to give you more emphasis on it. And this mountain shall the Lord of hosts make unto all the people a feast of fat things, a feast of wine on the lees, and of fat things full of marrow, of wines on lees well refined. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast of all the people. That means the people is in a tune. They're in a trance. Because they have a cast over their eyes, meaning they can't see. They're blind. Okay? And the veil that is spread over all the nations because of this philosophy, because of this ruler, because the earth is given to the hand of the ruler of the wicked. And the wicked is playing what he likes. He playing his songs. He not playing the righteous song. He feel like he the ruler, you know what I'm saying? And he's going to play his song, and his song is wicked. And that's what he's playing. And that's why the whole earth is in what? The whole earth is got that cover in verse 7, 25, Isaiah 25:7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain and that government the face of the covering cast over all the people. And that's our people that's in that too. Okay? They blinded. And the veil that is spread all over all the nations. And all the other nations follow in this nation. They follow in that doctrine, that curriculum. Okay, they tapping their head to the song of the wicked. Okay, and they feeling that beat. That's this is dope ass beat, and they all nodding their head to it, which they're in a trance. And that's the song of the terrible ones. Now let's go to Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah 14, and let's go to 16 to 19. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Okay, and you're going to pull it back. This is my picture of it. And it's a fat white man that everybody followed. Okay? And remember, this white man had his philosophies out there, and everybody was following him. He had his covering cast over all the people, okay? And that's why that's the song that he was playing on the four corners of the earth. He was playing the song of wickedness. And he hooked that song up, though. But a lot of people was grasping into it. And that's his denomination, and that's his RFID chip, and that's anything this devil put down here. And a lot of our people following that too. They nodding their head to the song of the wickedness, okay? Because nobody wanted to hear the word of the Bible. They not following that playing that song, that instrument like the musicians. And then it says, where was I at? I was at Isaiah 14:16, right? They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth tremble, that did shake the kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroy the cities thereof, that open not the house of his prisoners. Now that's two folds. The house of his prisoners is actually the prisoners that's incarcerated, which is majority of our people, okay? And the prisoners that's locked up in this state of being, the state of mind that they're in, okay? Because he's playing his goddamn song and they're in a trance with his song, okay? He got him in a spell. All the kings of the earth, nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. And then it says, but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch. Okay? And as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of a pit as a carcass trodden under the feet. Okay? And that's the judgment of evildoers. Okay? But that's all I wanted on that. Now, let's go to Isaiah 1. Isaiah 1:28. And the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together, and they that forsake the Lord shall be consumed. Okay, read it again. And the destruction of the transgressors and of all the sinners shall be together. They're going to be combined up in one. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this out, because this is the point that I played the video as far as the guy saying the RFID chip is convenient, it's good, you know what I'm saying? God will want you to take that because he wants you to live, you know what I'm saying, in case you get sick. Bullshit. That's the song, and that's the trick bag, and that's the trance that they got you in, because you shouldn't put that in your body, in your bloodstream. Now, if they saying that they have this chip that could go, the dust mite that could follow through your bloodstream, isn't the blood sacred to the Most High? Okay, I'll let you read that. I'll let you look that up. Okay? For they shall be ashamed of the oaks. Now, I want to get into that. For they shall be ashamed of the oaks. Ayel. Let's look up the oaks. It says a ram, pillar, doorpost, strong man, leader, chief, mighty tree. So that's a strong man and a leader. So who's leading? I told you already. The earth, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So that Ayel stands for a chief, okay? A strong man, a leader, okay? Who's leading the whole entire earth into destruction. Through his philosophies, through his fornication, through his wickedness, through his song, his vibration, which is trancing you niggas. You niggas are in a trance. Y'all are in a spell. Now, read it again. So we got, for that oaks, stand for Ayel, which is the chief leaders. And it says, and you shall be confounded for the gardens. Whoa, the gardens, Ghana. Let's see that.
Strong's H1593. Genna.
Now let's see what that's talking about. Garden. Orchard. Garden. A garden. Now we gotta find that, right? Give me 1 second. Garden. Dictionaries. Garden. Okay. Watchtowers Gardens. I had something on here before. Watchtowers. Let me find. I had it before. Gardens. Just give me 1 second. Gardens, because that's not the regular garden that they're talking about there. But I want to show you for yourself. Let me see. The Garden of Eden planet. Nope, not ain't it. Garden. I'm gonna find it. Garden. Just bear with me 1 second. Where is this garden at? And for the shame of the oaks which you desire, and you shall be confounded for the gardens that you chosen. Gardens. Enclosed garden, figuratively of a bride. Gone. Garden enclosed, figuratively garden of plants, trees, planet, garden. A garden enclosed, figuratively used as a chaste woman. I gotta find that. That's not what we had before. I'm gonna find it. Be patient, because I ran across it before. Here it is. All right, give me 1 second. I want to get to the point. Now, here it is. This is my bad. Gardens was used as places of sacrifice, especially in heathen worship. So this is the see, Isaiah 129, 65 and 3, 66 and 7. And it says gardens was used as places of a sacrifice, especially in heathen worship. So when we read that, let's go back to that. I just wanted you to read that again. Gardens was used as places of sacrifice, especially in heathen worship. Let's read that again. For they shall be ashamed of the oaks which you have desired, and you shall be confounded for the gardens that you have chosen. Now, what is that? And it says gardens were used as sacrifice, especially in heathen worship. So the gods that you chosen, the religious that system, let me get it right. The denominational sects that you're a part of, that you're worshiping, that has nothing to do with God. That's your gardens. That's figuratively speaking. Okay, it's not a regular garden that you planting in your backyard. Okay, that's a garden that's talking about figuratively worshiping in the wrong religion. Okay, because it's only one pure religion, and that's the Lord's statute of commandments, and that's following Mashiach Yahushua wherever he goes. So you're going to be confounded. And this, what happens at the end of it? It says, for they shall be ashamed of the oaks which you have desired. Okay, these are the chiefs that you had looked up to, the government, and you shall be confounded for the gardens you have chosen. Right, the gardens you have chosen was what? These fake religions. Okay, these denominations, churches that you ran into. Okay, because you worship man and his religious system instead of the Most High and his system. Okay? And that's why you're in a song of the wickedness, and you're part of that. And what's going to happen to them both? Let's read on. For you shall be as an oak whose leaves fade, and as a garden that have no water. So the leaf is going to come to nothing. And this is the part. And the strong shall be as a tower, and the maker as its spark, and they shall both burn together, and that shall quench them. So this is going to happen to those who run into this folly, and drinks the cup of this heathen, and take anything that he say instead of doing the research and finding the path of the Most High and his ways. That's why we gave you the scriptures. These are the ones that follow the Mashiach wherever he goes. These are the ones that's playing that instrument in the Most High's orchestra. These are the ones that's out there preaching the word on the four corners of the earth. The magicians, the ones that shining bright, okay? Known to you as the elect, the ones that you don't want to hear, the ones that you come up against, the ones that you spit at, the ones that you want to fight, the ones that you want to mock. But your time is coming. And you're going to be burnt up and get rid of. Thus says the Lord. Yeah. And what's the next one? So we got that one. And let's just go to Revelation 19 and 20. Revelations 19 and 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that have received the mark of the beast, and them that worship his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. That's why you need another song. That's why you need the song of the righteous. That's why you need the musicians. Okay? Because I told you before, the scriptures bring out that everybody, majority of the people have a cast over them and a veil over them they can't see. So the earth is given into the hand of wicked, and everybody's playing, going along with that tune. They're singing this song every day. That could be your national anthem, okay? That could be just a song dedicated to the devil, okay? So you need a song that's going to break that up. And that's why the musicians, which is God's holy prophets, which is the elect, okay, these are the ones that's out here pushing this word. They shining so bright. They're shining so bright, and they're standing so stiffly what they believe in. And you can't get them out of course. You can't push them off their position. They're standing, they're solid as a rock. Okay? Now let's go to Revelation 16. Let's go to Revelations 16, 13 to 14. And I saw unclean spirits like frogs coming out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. And for they are the spirits of devils, working miracles. So now, once again, let me put emphasis on this. Okay? Now, you got America that is part of Rome. Well, let's give you the three unclean spirits first. Washington, D.C., which is their military might. You got Rome, which is their spiritual. Okay? Rome is well, they're not spiritual. I'll just say, well, they're spiritual in the darkness. Yeah, they're spiritual in darkness. Okay? Because they're pushing that denominational shit. Their philosophies, which is tradition of men, don't have nothing to do with the Most High and his laws. When you match their stuff up with the Bible, it don't link up. And you're going to find out that a lot of them don't even believe in the Most High. They worship Satan behind closed doors. They just use this as the Bible as a front cover up. But if you really match up what they're doing compared to the Bible, it has nothing to do with the Bible, what they're doing at all. Okay? This is tradition of men. That's why, once again, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and he's playing his song. He's not playing, you can't say to the wicked, yo, if we're the righteous, okay? And we want to hear a righteous song. We tired of hearing a wicked song. Wicked song. You can't tell a wicked while he's in rule and say, "Yo, can you play my song for me?" He gonna tell you, "Nah, I don't have that song." But if you got another person that's a wicked and they say, "Yo, can you play this song?" and they have his phone, he got it in his crate, called digging in the crates. Remember that, digging in the crates, and he digging in the crates for all wicked songs. He ain't playing no wholesome song. He ain't playing the songs of the righteous. All right, he not gonna play the songs that shine brightly. Okay, according to John 15 to December, that we be illuminated if we listen to Mashiach, if we play his notes and play it the way he tell us to play it. Which go forth unto the kingdom of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watch and keep this garment, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. There it is. Right? Now we missing one more. I did Revelation 19. Let's go to Revelation 14. Revelation 14, and let's start at 8. Listen up. And there followed up another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Which means everybody's like, yo, this song is hot. That's the song of the wicked. Okay? That's the path of destruction. Okay? And that's the song that the whole world is listening to, majority of them, and they're bopping their head to that shit. And all it does is have them in a spell. Then comes the musicians, the ones that shine brightly. And they play another song. And people like, boo, get it out of here. We don't want to hear that. Boo. But the other musicians like, yo, shut up, man. That's my song right there. Because the songs of the righteous love to hear the songs from the righteous. And they're going to tell a song, they're going to tell the righteous, the musicians, yo, dig into your crate. Do you got this song? You got this song called, I want to thank you, Heavenly Father, for shining your light on me. You gave me someone who really loves me. You know, it's going to be a positive song, a song of the scriptures. That's why it says Mashiach comes in a volume in the book. Let's finish off. And it says, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, write, blessed are they, the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth, yea, says the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, trust in thy sickle, and reap, for it is the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, and he also having having a sharp sickle. All right, well, I missed my point. I was supposed to stop at 12. Let me go back to 12. And it says, and the smoke of their torment, let me start 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without a mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, and the presence of the holy angels, and the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended on the earth, and ascended forever and ever. And they had no rest day or night, who worship the beast. Now this is the part. And they have no rest day or night. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast. That's the philosophies. Okay. That's the wicked songs. Okay. That's going contrary to the Most High, and who worship the beast in his image. Okay, one of the images, Caesar Borgia, okay, or Serapis, okay, and whosoever received the mark of his name, okay, and that's that RFID chip. That's part of his system, okay. Now those are together, okay, in one big bunch. The philosophy, who bow down and worship. So that's not just the information. Okay, because if you want to say that's the information, which is the philosophy, okay, we'll say that. Now let's look up, and it says who worship the beast and his image. That's the information. If you want to use it, you could say that. And again, it says, and whosoever received. Now, what do you say? And whoever received the mark of his name, received the mark. That mark is that chip. So how do you say that that chip is information? When it's telling you in the top verse, it says, and received, what it says? It says, and they have no rest day or night who worship the beast and his image. Okay, worshiping they took part of his philosophies, of his fornication, his spiritual fornication, his religious system. That's his information. Okay, but this one says receive something. You took it. Okay, you don't take in information. This is literally received, this mark. That's why it's called charagma. Anyway, jump to verse 12. Here is the patient of the saints. This is the patient of the saints, the musicians. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of the Mashiach Yahushua. And those are the ones that follow, according to Revelation chapter 14, verse 4, that follow the Mashiach wherever he goes. Okay? So I hope you was edified. This is the song of the righteous and the song of the wicked. Which instrument are you playing as a musician? Are you tuned in to the song of the righteous, which is the musician, which is the Hebrew word for nasat, which means bright, following under the tune, under the note of the conductor of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, or are you following the note of the wicked, the songs of the wicked, which is following under the corruption of Satan and his counterpart, and in this wicked government and their system that have the whole earth blinded. Shalom.